Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and you may recognize her from the Real Housewives of Orange County. Gretchen Rossi is in the house. She's an entrepreneur. She's a beauty fashion mogul. I am so excited that you are here.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be
such
here.
a light.
Thank you.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Gosh, I should hang out with you guys more often.
It's been incredible to witness your journey for the past couple years. Obviously, you know, being a part of reality television, we had a peek into your life.
Yes, you did. More than a peak, I think.
But and now coming off that, you've got an incredible line, Gretchen Christine, and you're really building an empire for yourself outside of that.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Hats off
Thank
to
you.
you.
You know, it's interesting. When I first was asked to do Real Housewives, I didn't want to do it. I really didn't. I wasn't interested in the fame or being on TV or anything like that. But then at the time, my partner said, I think this is a great opportunity for you business-wise. And then I took a step back and I started thinking about it. And I thought, you know what, maybe he's right. I've always wanted to be in the fashion and beauty space. And so I took a chance on it, and thankfully the fans and everybody responded so well to me. I was able to develop Gretchen Christine because of that, and it's been a great success. So I feel very, very blessed and grateful for the opportunity.
So, question for you, because obviously
Yes.
what we see on reality TV is not reality. Like we know it dramatizes. There's a lot of stuff going on. But in your opinion, what have you seen? You know, you've been around so many wealthy people and maybe not so wealthy people. What do you think? Do you think that there equates to happiness around being wealthy?
You know what, not at all. And I think Tony Robbins has said it best. He says that wealth and being rich are two very different things. So when you look at your life, you can be wealthy in so many different areas of your life. You can be wealthy because you have a wonderful partner. You could be wealthy because you have a great business, because you have children, because you live in a home. You know, whatever it might be that you have, just look around and realize that there's so many things that really are full of wealth in your own life. Being rich is actually having money in the bank. And at the end of the day, if you view wealth and being rich as two very different things, I think that will help, you know, help you understand the difference between those things and help you realize that being rich isn't ultimately what's going to make you happy. Like you said, I've been around a lot of people in this business and on the show that, you know, were perceived to be very rich, and they were very, very unhappy. So, and I've been there. I've been rich. I've been poor. And honestly, I really think that being poor, you can find much more happiness in that moment. I know that sounds weird, but I really feel that, because sometimes, and they say, you know, more money, more problems. I mean, I've seen this happen so many times. So for me, I work hard because I want to make money and take care of myself and take care of my family. But at the end of the day, I have to have purpose behind what I'm doing. And I think ultimately, if you have a purpose in your life, that's what's going to make you feel wealthy.
Gretchen, what is your purpose?
You know what? I feel like I have a few different purposes, but in general, I feel that my purpose is to hopefully inspire people, women, men alike, and to just let people know that they can do it. I mean, I think that there's a lot of things in life, especially in today's world with social media, that tear you down, that tell you you're not good enough, or you're scrolling through the Instagram feed and you're going, oh my gosh, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not this enough. And I think at the end of the day, if you look at someone like me, where I've been knocked down so many times on national television, to top it off with 400 million people watching me, having access to me to tweet and say negative things every second of the day, I think if you just have confidence in who you are and know and trust that the universe is going to have your back, and, you know, do your devotions, have a connection to either God or the universe or whatever it is that your connection is, and just keep moving forward and just keep doing it. Get up every day and work hard and just go after what your dreams are. My other purpose is to hopefully bring people to Christ while I'm here on earth. So I love that I get that opportunity often to meet people and to speak about my testimony, and it's a wonderful gift.
Well, thank you for being so open and sharing your light. You obviously have had a very open book, if you will, about the good, the bad, the happy, the sad.
Yes.
And you know, you've been very open about your IVF journey as well, your journey
Yes.
with fertility. How are you? What's happening with that?
So it's funny because right now I'm in the middle of everything that's going on with IVF. It's a very arduous process, I'm not gonna lie. You know, you go through a lot of emotions. Right now I'm 10 pounds overweight, which is fine. I mean, listen, when I have a baby, I'm gonna gain that weight and I'm gonna be happy about it to put it on. And those are, I consider it war wounds, you know, like for having this baby. But when you haven't had the baby yet, it's a little difficult to be carrying that extra weight or to be seeing, you know, the cellulite or whatever that's happening in the transition of your body, because you're pumping your body of all these hormones that, you know, it's not used to having. So I'm doing, you know, 4 shots a day, or right now I'm going through the progesterone shots that goes in your bum, and it's painful, and you know, you break out in hives and all the stuff that goes along with that. But at the end of the day, I know what the ultimate goal is, and I stay focused on that. When I'm doing the shots, I'm going, baby, baby, baby.
It's your mantra.
Yes, exactly. But I'm also so fortunate because I have such an amazing, wonderful partner, Slade, that has really been there with me through this whole thing and really helped me
So
through
have
it.
you always had faith? Is it something that your family was? Is it in
Yes.
your religion, or was it what came to
Yes, I grew up in a very strict Baptist Christian home, and I mean, when I talk strict, I mean really strict. Like I just
Fire and brimstone.
Yeah, like really, it was very, very strict. I went to a Christian high school. I went to a Christian college, Baylor University out in Texas. So it was always around me and always in my life. But, you know, and I think as an adult, you go through that transition period of figuring out, is this really me? Because your identity was so that of a child because you were constantly surrounded by it. But I definitely went through that stage in my 20s of like, is this me? Is this what I want in my life? And I'm glad I went through that, because now I feel like I'm so much stronger in my faith, and I know what my purpose is here on this earth. And, you know, I'm very grateful that I had that growing up, though.
When do you feel most faith-filled, or when do you feel most full of faith? Are there particular moments of your day, certain activities, certain practices?
You know, I would say that probably when things are at its worst. I mean, most people go through that. But I think for me, it's that moment that you learn to just let go and let God. And that's when you really just have to surrender, and you really just have to give it up. And you have to just say, I know you got this, and I know that whatever your plans are for me, I trust that. And you have to say that out loud and affirm that. And that's when, you know, great things will happen. I mean, it's funny. I was just talking with Brandon, and I couldn't find my phone. We couldn't find it. He's like, just let it go. And I let it go, and then the phone showed up. So it's so true. The same is with your relationship with God. When you just let it go, like for instance, having a baby. I mean, I'm 40 years of age. It's very scary to think about, you know, the fact that I might not be able to physiologically have a child, you know, so because of my age. And so you just have to learn to let go and let God.
I just love that, and it's something I think we, at least I have too often overlooked, the power of surrender, the power of letting go.
Yes.
And I have to sometimes remind myself, like, you know, we're all sitting on this earth that's just hanging in midair.
Yes.
All day,
Right?
every day,
That's such a
forever.
good point.
And I can't.
That's such a good point.
Yes, and
That's such a good
exactly.
point.
And it's exactly. And it's, you know, speeding through space.
You're right.
And why do I struggle so much to trust this thing that can hold the earth in
So
midair, but I can't trust it to like work out a little finance issue or a little relationship? It's just mind blowing,
That
right?
is such a great good point. I'm going to use that now. I mean, it's such a good point. You don't think about that. You don't think about the fact that we're just dangling in the air, you know? So like we trust that. We just allow that to go. So we should allow everything else that, you know, we're struggling with to just let go. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the best piece of advice I could give somebody. When I look back on the 40 years of my life thus far, I've realized that every time I've been stressed or worried or anxious or upset about something, it's always worked out. It's always been okay. It's the worst fear that you've had in your life is really not as bad as you thought it was going to be.
Well, the fact that if we have fear, then we're resisting something, and it's even persisting even more. So surrendering, or in meditation or prayer, getting that space is so important, so that we even allow the universe to shift for us.
I love what Byron Katie says about it. She says there are just 3 kinds of business in the world: God's business, your business, or everybody else's business, and my business. And when I'm stressed, I'm either in God's business or somebody else's business.
Yes, that's
right?
so true.
Yeah.
Speaking of business, Christine is all business. Gretchen Christine is all business with these gorgeous handbags.
Thank you.
I know that your partner Slade has contributed a lot too in the design,
Oh, that's
right?
so cute. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what? What's funny is I love Slade. He's such a great person to bounce things off of, and he always is involved in everything that I'm doing. But most of these designs, I will take credit credit for. They are mine, but Slay definitely gets to have a say now and again. But
They're
what's
absolutely
so great about
gorgeous.
some of these bags, like for instance with this one, actually converts. So this is a tote like
that's
this.
cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, as you saw, it changes the shape. So a lot of my bags have function to them. That's the point behind our company, is to really have good function in everything that we create.
And
we want a
luxury.
solution and luxury. And do you feel
Oh,
the inside of that?
yes, I love a good lining. Look at
Right?
that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh,
That's my personal
beautiful.
bag, so there might be some like stuff in there.
No, let's just say it is absolutely spotless, Gretchen.
that's
It's
sweet.
spotless.
So where can people find the bags? Where can they find you?
So they can find the bags at GretchenChristine.com, and then they can find me. All my social media handles are at Gretchen Rossi on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram.
Great.
Love it. Like
I
go to
love
the
your
baggage, pick
earrings,
up a
too.
bag.
I know, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to use that. You're full of
I've got a couple of them now,
I
man.
love
I
it.
love it. Right?
Thank you again for
Thank
being
you so
here.
much. Yeah.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Good Morning La La Land.